All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our first post-game press conference of the 2025 Division II Women's Elite Eight. We have head coach John Bonner of Cal State Dominguez Hills alongside athletes Teagan, Thurman, and Nala Williams. Before we open up to any questions, I'm going to ask for an opening statement from Coach Bonner and from our athletes, and then we'll open it up to the field. If you have a question, we do have a wireless microphone. It will pick up in our post-game press conference video that we upload later, so let me know when you have a question. We'll pass the microphone along to you. With all that being said, Coach, if you'd like to give an opening statement on the game today.
You know what? First and foremost, I just want to say congratulations to Coker. Well-coached team, really athletic. They made us do some things different that we didn't expect to do, but definitely want to give them the credit that they deserve for getting this far and for just everything that they've done this season. I thought this game, the first half, it went well for us defensively. We typically try to keep people under 15 points per quarter because we feel like we can at least score 16. And so the first two quarters went well for us. I think we had a good amount of turnovers that we forced them into. The third quarter, they came out and completely changed the game. I think they only had 7 turnovers in that second half. So they did a much better job of taking care of the ball, and then they kind of exposed our press a little bit in that third quarter and made some big shots, which got them into a rhythm. In the fourth quarter, I thought we buckled down again defensively. We're still matching them in points, but our defense is what carries us, our ability to rebound. That's what we hang our hat on, and I thought that was the deciding factor in the game today.
Athletes, do you have anything you would like to add to what Coach has said?
No.
All right, well, fantastic. With that, we will open it up to questions. Again, if you have a question, just raise your hand. Let me know. We'll pass the microphone along, and then we'll move it around the room as need be.
Coach, you always preach one game at a time for your team. So kind of what was the message in the locker room after this game to kind of keep everyone in the moment to also be looking forward to the next game?
Yeah, it's survive and advance, right? These are opportunities. You take every quarter, every point. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure you have at least one more point than the other team, and that seals the deal at this point in the year, right? When you're talking about, every game is win or go home, you're just trying to focus just in that moment, right? You don't want to think ahead. You don't want to miss a detail. You just want to make sure that you're present in that moment. And what we always talk about at the end of the game, we didn't even think about the next game right now. We just celebrated this opportunity that we had today and then what we did with that opportunity.
Thank you. Teagan, you had a really big game today. You were really clicking in the first half. What was kind of going through your head today that made everything just seem a little bit easier for you?
Bonner always preaches just excel in your role, and when your time is up, do that. And we have a team that everybody can get hot at any moment. So it was just when that time came, I was ready.
Coach, not asking you to look ahead, asking you to look at this game and look back. 2 steps from where you ultimately want to be. What have you learned about this team through this season?
I think clearly chemistry is important for this team. They invest so much in each other that I think in moments where we're facing adversity in a game, they don't waver for too long just because of how much they're invested in each other. Their ability to communicate, sometimes with just body language and sometimes with words, sometimes with hand signals. They just understand each other because they spend so much time investing in one another. And then I think the thing that is most important, everyone doesn't know their backstory, but they're a very resilient group. No one is here at Dominguez by accident. They all have experienced something that has brought us all together. We talk about it's God's timing for all of us to kind of be together here at this state school. But those things, I think resiliency is probably the biggest thing about each and every one of these individuals. And it just so happened that at the right time, we all came together.
Well, Nala, we haven't had a chance to hear from you since the awards banquet last night. Obviously, named the WBCA Player of the Year. Obviously, a tremendous honor, the highest honor to a player. Tell us what was going through your head in that moment when you were receiving that honor, and have you had the chance to reflect on that yet, or has it been business as usual?
I do feel extremely honored and blessed to have received that award, and I would say that it has been business as usual just because I do have a goal at the end of this thing, which is more than just an individual accolade. And I love playing with these group of girls and having the coaching staff that I have. And I just feel extremely blessed to be in this moment right now, and I just want to take it all in.
Well, speaking about the rest of the group, I mean, you had 3 players essentially with 20 points in this
Yeah.
game, and how does it feel when you're out on the court and you know that, I think as Tiana said, just everybody's clicking it and everybody's got the opportunity to get things done?
Honestly, it feels just how it feels in practice. Like we go at each other just like this in a competitive environment. So it just feels good to see us in our own mojo going.
Hi guys, Ashley Leotis here with the local sports media here in Pittsburgh. Just your thoughts on kind of making the cross-country trip. Congratulations on making it to this point. Kind of take me through that journey and what it meant to, be in this tournament so far up until now.
I think, as a grad student, this has kind of been that ultimate goal for the 5 years is chasing it, and I've never even really come close. So I think knowing that every game could be our last, just soaking up everything and being really appreciative that, like, God has put us, like he said, all here in the right time. So.
I think we're very appreciative to be able to, I kind of said this during the press conference, but we get an opportunity to represent our university, to represent coming out of Carson, California. We get a chance to also represent the CCAA and then the West region, right? You go look at that map that's out there, right? You see one West team, and then it crosses a bunch of states, and then we're all here meeting. And so whatever it takes, right? If it's a long trip, if it was in our backyard, we're just really honored to have the opportunity to just compete and be a part of what will now be 4 teams going into tomorrow is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that anytime we get an opportunity to play basketball, it's a blessing. So no matter where it is, at our home gym, across the country, we're just happy to play ball.
Any other questions for the athletes or Coach? Coach, last question for you. I know it's one game at a time. Have you had a chance to look at the 2 potential opponents yet, and do you know anything about them that you'd be willing to share with us?
I don't know if I'm going to share it, but yes, yeah. I've actually been watching these teams for a long time, and pretty much every team that's in this tournament. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our time. We're going to watch a little bit of what they do today. We'll come up with a solid game plan, and like we've done all year, coaches come up with the plan, but they have to execute it. I just believe that we create a canvas for them. We give them some small outlines, and then we tell them to go paint within those lines. And so we'll come up with the game plan, and they'll execute it to the best of their ability, and they'll make the modifications that they want during the game, because that's kind of what it's about at this point in the year.
Coach, athletes, congratulations. We'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks so much.